Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my Lego Harry Potter display. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a look at the latest setup that I have in this Harry Potter display, and that is filled with scenes from the Battle of Hogwarts. So without further ado, let's do this. So basically I just have the Battle of Hogwarts set up in my Harry Potter display, and if you want to see a full tour of my Harry Potter display including the interiors of each castle, you can do so by clicking the card up above. So this is really just Battle of Hogwarts display using minifigures and parts in the Harry Potter area. So I didn't really take too much effort into burning down the castles or putting them in much ruins there, but you can see I do have this light in here. This is just a green strobe light. And this adds so much detail to this display, just to represent the wands going off. I'm really happy with the way that looks. But like I said, there's not too much fire details in the castles, and I think that's fine, because the minifigures are really what make this display. So I'm going to start down here where we have Professor McGonagall, and she is putting off the protection charm to the castle there, just to protect it. She's joined by Professor Flitwick and Professor Hooch. And also you can see Professor Lupin is running in to help as well. So they're all going to be working to protect the castle. I think I'm going to show the rest of this tour just going from right to left. So over here, the first display I have is Dobby's death. And I know this isn't something that happened at Hogwarts, but I still wanted to include it just because it's a key event and I had the minifigs to do so. So you can see Dobby's in there and he's just impaled by the knife. And Harry seems very upset, mourning over him. Along with Harry, we have Mr. Ollivander, Ron, and Hermione, and that's pretty much that. Moving along, we have one of my favorite parts of this display. This is Harry and Ginny on the staircase, and they're just hugging each other and kind of taking some time together before the rest of the battle continues. Moving along, we have Ron and Hermione who are working to destroy the cup. So you can see Hermione is there with the Basilisk's fang, and she's right next to the dead Basilisk because they did this in the Chamber of Secrets. And Ron looks a little concerned. Moving along, there's a lot more minifigs to see, one of which is nearly Headless Nick, who just looks really upset with the whole idea of the battle. So I just thought that that face was really fitting for him there, and I just think it, all in all, looks pretty good. Moving back along here, you can see this scene right here. We have Professor Snape is getting killed by Voldemort. You can see right there, Harry is in the background looking very scared. And I think that this scene turned out really good, and this is one of the more memorable parts of the battle that I needed to make sure was in my display. Right here we have Harry with the pensive because he has Snape's tears, and he's looking at the memory and learning that he is the Horcrux that Voldemort never meant to make. So he's just there walking around with that. Throughout some more of this display, you'll just see more and more battles going on. So we've got Mad-Eye and Lucius Malfoy down there. There's a bunch of students with Quirrell, which I know makes absolutely no sense for this display, but I figured I'd have it instead of not have it. Other things, we have a Dementor down here who's attacking Flitwick. Moving back along, there's Professor Slughorn, and he's actually protecting some students from a Death Eater, which I think is cool. If we move up above, you can see that we have the scene where Harry is getting the diadem out of the Room of Requirement there. So you can see Harry's on a broomstick flying out, and Malfoy and Crabbe are down there with him. So they're just all flying out, trying to escape the fires. Again, don't really have that much fire, but I think it's better to have something rather than nothing. There's still a lot more to see, just such as Professor Umbridge and Oliver Wood in a battle right there. We also have back here, we have Filch is taking out the Slytherin members of the school because they were sent to the dungeons by McGonagall there for not trying to help Harry in the fight. Right here is one of the most iconic scenes from the battle. This is Molly Weasley attacking Bellatrix Lestrange and telling her to get off of her daughter, but not in that nice of a tone. I just really like that. I think that looks really cool. Right there you have Newt Scamander, who's kind of just there with a skeleton. That is a Bionicle piece. I kind of just put that in there for the sake of putting it in there. I think it looks pretty cool. I hope you guys like it too. Right here is Snape just watching over the school, and he's about to apparate away into the cloud of smoke that he does in the Great Hall with all the students gathered. And you can see down there Neville Longbottom is trying to stop him right there. So again, just another really cool thing. Moving down here is Harry Potter with his snitch down there, and you can see that he is just heading towards the Forbidden Forest with the snitch. He's just met up with his parents and everyone who's loved him, and he is heading to Voldemort to sacrifice himself. So you can see Voldemort is down there with Nagini. There's also Malfoy's mother down there, and up here you can see that Hagrid is trapped in the tree and he's telling Harry not to do it, not to give in to Voldemort. And I just think that also looks really, really good. Everything with this display I think is just really, really nice. There's just another angle of that, and that's going to be it for this display, except for I do have one more thing to show all of you, and that is Harry and Dumbledore after Harry's death in King's Cross Station there. Just put that in my studio, but I think it looks really good and really only adds to this Lego display. And that's going to be it for this video. I do have one more minifigure though to show you, and that is Lloyd right there from Ninjago, and I am going to be giving a small spoiler to Ninjago Season 10, so please skip forward if you don't want to hear it. But I have Lloyd in here because I think that the ending of Ninjago was way too much like the ending of Harry Potter. So I'm kind of considering Lloyd to be like the second coming of Harry Potter, the second Harry Potter, or whatever you want to call it there. But I just really, really thought that when I was watching Ninjago Season 10. And I'm not going to say anything else, but yeah, I just had to have Lloyd in here because it was way too similar to Harry Potter for me not to include Lloyd in this display. That's going to be it for this video though, so thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please let me know what you think of this display by leaving a comment, and I'll talk to you all again in my next video.